You're always tired.
No, I'm not always tired. This is an actual
This is
world
advanced
weir-
tired.
world weariness. Like I just want to go find the nearest hole in the ground and kind of lay in it.
Mood.
Welcome to the Insert Disc E3 Bonanza. It's your host Phoenix. With me, our other co-hosts.
It's Chris, Alpha Izanagi. Call me what you want.
And we have with us today.
My name's Ronald. I don't really have a nickname besides Ron Lad yet, so just going with that for now.
Yeah, I'm going to call you Ronald.
Okay.
I don't even call Chris Alpha Izanagi because that's too long.
Yeah, just call me Chris.
And I don't expect anyone to call me Failed Up Smash because that's also too long.
No, it's
you're
failed up
failed
soup.
soup. Yeah, you're failed soup.
Failed soup, you're right.
Failed soup.
So, at this point in time, we're in between PC and Sony. So, we're going to be giving yeah, we do have to fit this in 50 minutes. So, we're going to go through Square Enix, Ubisoft, and the PC Game Show. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right,
Square shouldn't take too long.
Let's just sum up Square Enix. Anything worth mentioning?
Besides Kingdom Hearts 3?
I mean, didn't they show the same trailer?
Yeah, I would say Kingdom Hearts 3 is worth mentioning, but we already saw it during
We already
Microsoft.
got
At
that
Microsoft,
trailer.
yeah. So there was nothing.
But that's pretty much the only thing that...
Actually, there was something. It was Monster Hunter being in crossover with Final Fantasy 14. And Babylon Fall, which they only showed a title, so we don't really know anything about that. And this new game about a deaf guy called The Quiet Man. It's like an action game.
I really wanted to see that Avengers project that they're working on, but maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Not at E3, apparently. Oh, doesn't
Nope.
Square Enix have its own thing at a different time? Like a different point of the year?
I think, possibly.
I'll have to go check with Devin on that later. Or, as he's known in the last podcast, Depression. So that was Square Enix. Ratings, what grade would he give it?
Out of what
give it a
scale?
A,
Like,
B,
out of
C,
5?
D, F.
I'd give it a C minus.
Yep. Same.
I give it a B minus. You know what? No, not even a B minus. I'd say a C, just because some of the stuff that we haven't seen, we didn't get enough info about. The stuff we've seen, well,
It
we've
was
already
nothing
seen
new.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Yeah,
They
nothing
showed
new.
a bunch of Shadow Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah, that was cool. So I guess that's the only reason it's not like a D.
I agree with your friend. That was whack. The other guy in the chat, that was a whack trailer.
Oh yeah, it was kind of whack.
But all right, so that was it. We give it. I mean, it's like a general score of a C, C minus. So
C.
It passed barely.
It could have done a lot better, but it gets a passing grade from me.
Could have been better, but it could have been EA. So yeah, it's a C.
EA, they have an E.
So next, Ubisoft.
Oh man, where do we
So-
start with Ubisoft?
As expected, they pulled out the dance sequence. I'm glad it just. And it was a Just Dance 2019. Who could have guessed?
Yeah, I totally expected the Division 2. Obviously, since it was on the list, I
Yep.
knew they were going to show something with that.
And it was also at Microsoft.
Yeah, I didn't have time to catch the Microsoft one, unfortunately. I was at work that day.
Yeah, but they didn't show anything different. I mean, it's a different trailer they showed. It's just when you watch it, you go, "Yeah, that's the Division," and that's really it.
I'm not going to get this one because I was hyped about the first one that came out, and then I was severely disappointed. I'll have to wait this one out and see if they do anything different.
I remember the information they mentioned. There's gonna be 3 specializations. Ronald,
Yeah.
since you played before, did the first one have it?
The first one didn't have one sort of like that. They had the classes throughout the game
Yeah,
that could swap between for your special weapon. They had a specialist which had a turret. They had the medic which had a like
yeah,
basically a
yeah. I know,
build you
but
could throw out. Then they
no,
had the no, as far as they have it at the end game,
yeah, that's what I'm
they
talking
didn't
about.
have that. I know they tried to do something like the gear system towards the end, but nothing as far as special classes.
Yeah, so these special classes get unique weapons, tools, and their own version on each class. So it feels like, I mean, they're trying.
Like,
Hopefully, it doesn't die as badly as the first game did. I mean, the first game did get brought back, like you said yesterday, Phoenix.
Yeah,
But it died really quickly, in my opinion, when it came out the
oh,
first
it
time.
did. Like it was extremely fun, but the game died down after the first couple weeks or so.
yeah,
Hopefully, they make it stable enough to actually, stay alive longer.
right. I'm also glad that they're doing the free DLC.
Oh yes, I'm happy that the DLC is free. That's always a way to go with games.
Yeah, the 3 DLC for year one, and also they're having 8 player raids. So let's go back. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
James got really excited about that one.
I know, which
I never played the first Beyond Good and Evil.
I
This
have
is
not
gonna be
either.
this is going to be a common occurrence with me. I have no culture, but looking at 2, the aesthetic of the series looks pretty nice. I might get 2 and possibly get 1 just to understand the lore.
I think this might be the year of evil heroines.
Yeah,
You had evil Aqua, and now you have evil Jade. But besides, right, I remember the thing that kind of blew my mind. You remember when Joseph Gordon-Levitt came on stage?
Yeah,
I'll pretend I did. Yes,
He's working
somebody dropped a glass.
he's working with Ubisoft to add the art to the game because he
Oh, him.
owns
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know.
So yeah, if you're really excited about Beyond Good and Evil and you actually want to see some of your stuff in the game, go to Hit Record website. They already have their first challenge out there. So
Draw a picture of your boy Alpha Izanagi for me. I want to be in the game. Please.
I don't even know what you look like.
Exactly. It's
he's a
going to be a
generic
mystery.
black man.
All right.
Yes.
So draw this guy with a suit and a question mark over his head.
He's a
No
black
face.
character.
No face.
Just a question mark.
It's kind of like producers from those Idol anime.
He's a locked character.
Mm-hmm.
What he looks
Okay,
like
that's
up to
racist.
you.
Oh no. Photoshop, get a suit and Photoshop Izanagi from Persona 4 head on top of the suit.
Hold up, that should be my icon.
It
You just
should.
gave me an idea.
We did it, guys. Rainbow Six Siege documentary called Another Mindset gets
Surprised you didn't
these
have a
gamers.
thing on that.
I mean, that was all they talked about Rainbow Six Siege, which I felt that was a waste of time. Oh, I remember the other cool thing. Probably my favorite part of the show. You remember with the Trial Rising game?
You mean when that guy got paid the trip?
You mean the guy came in on a motorcycle and they smashed into the podium?
I know he was meant to do it, but if you look at it in any other way than him actually being meant to do it, the entire stage is just clear, and he manages to trip on the one thing in the stage.
He was getting into character.
I like that.
He
I
was
like that. They're not being super serious about their stuff. I mean, obviously they're being serious, but
right.
they know how to have fun.
Actually, I think this his part of the show is probably how most companies should do it because he gets to the heart of what the game is in that small 30 seconds, and then he comes in and goes, "Here's Trials," and then just immediately go into a trailer.
Call out EA, why don't you?
Yeah, that's what EA should do. He just cut the BS out and went straight into the
Here's
trailer.
the loot boxes.
Loot box
Hold on, that would be a
coin.
good idea, though.
Gameplay. No, what you really wanted this mobile gaming to hold spot that we didn't have been prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
Just like leave a loot box, right? The minute it opens, screen pops up, new game.
Or
I'd enjoy that.
or why not give us loot box coins?
Even better.
Chris, did you see the
Yes,
all
I
right.
did see it.
You liked it?
Well, I was dying on the inside from laughter.
All right, it's a good sign. Back to Ubisoft. So there's a beta, closed beta for Trials Rising. You can go on the Ubisoft website for that. And the game's supposed to come out February 2019. Next page. Sorry. Mario and Rabbids.
This was surprising, just because I thought that they were going to bring that up on the Nintendo thing.
That's a good point. But Ubisoft is the one developing it, so it should be Ubisoft doing it.
Fair enough. I just want my man Rayman back, though. They're just letting him die.
What do you mean? He had Rayman Legends. That came out a couple years ago.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted a remaster of, I think it's called Rayman M. It's never going to happen, but I would love it if it did happen.
You're asking for a lot here, buddy.
Not really that much.
Oh, to us it's not that much. To everybody else it is.
Rabbids is like part of Rayman. I bet.
It's just a thing that shouldn't have went on as long as it did.
What if we get Rayman and Smash Brothers tomorrow?
I'd love that completely. That would be all I have ever wanted.
That would be insane.
Likely. Or, that could be like a reskin for one of the ARMS characters.
Or give me Goku for Smash.
All right.
Give me a...
Hold on a second. Chris, you just want Jump Force and Smash Brothers.
Yes. Like, there is no limit now. We've gotten Snake, Bayonetta, Cloud, Ryu. There's no limit.
Give me a Saitama for Smash.
Yes, we need him too.
Can I get
a boneless pizza for Smash?
Conan with a boneless drink.
Let me get
Merge Zamasu for Smash, please.
Let me get Mind Off for Thundercats for Smash.
Hold up, no, because they're gonna use that one.
Yeah,
they're gonna use the reboot one.
Thundercats Roar. Get the Thundercats Roar version.
No one's gonna buy Smash after that.
No, he's gonna be the most broken character because the other AI just laughs themselves to death.
Mm-hmm. Or you can get Teen Titans Go.
Oh God.
Ronald just killed himself.
Should we really talk about the PC game show?
Oh, I forgot. The Division has a beta. That was something I forgot to mention. No, we still have more Ubisoft stuff. We have Skull and Bones. Did you two see that? No, I know you two saw it because you were talking about it.
I saw it, and all I can really say is it reminded me of Assassin's Creed Black Flags.
I think that was their intention. Because
Black Flag.
That part of Assassin's Creed, a lot of people praised, in which it was like this own individual game. And so they finally made...
they refined it, it's going to be great.
It looks good. Because what I saw, it seems like... So, let me look at my notes. First I want to say Justin Farron, the creative director. He was the one on stage. Looked like a douchebag with that scarf on.
I mean, isn't the whole point of EA presentations just to see who can look like the biggest douche?
It's Ubisoft, though.
It's Ubisoft, though. They're supposed to be the stylish ones.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever side has Kojima tends to be the most stylish one.
So Sony at this moment.
Yeah.
Or Sony every time since.
Yeah.
Anyway. So there's a fortune teller who can tell you the conditions of the seas, like weather conditions and such. And so if the weather's favorable, there'll be more not pirate ships, treasure ships, so you have better resources to get. There's a hub world called the Hideout where you can customize your ship in loadouts, make friends and such. There's stealth mechanics. You can change your flag so you can hide among the other ships. I thought that was kind of cool. There's a invite to group feature. You remember when that person was getting help and you just see in the small section, invite to group, hit the X button.
That's just a very nice feature, just flow into the game seamlessly.
Yep. And there's a beta coming in, a closed beta. Once again, check the website.
I will definitely be looking into that.
And then they had transference. Oh, let's not even talk about Sea of Thieves. I want to forget.
You know what? I've noticed that the pirate theme is becoming a big thing again.
Yes, pirates making a big. No pun intended. The pirate theme is making a splash right now.
Oh, it seems like that was a force.
No. At first it wasn't. Then I wanted to just make sure that it wasn't, because if I just said it.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say comeback, and it's like, oh no, I'm gonna say splash just to make sure.
Splash.
I'm gonna constantly feel like you intended on doing that pun.
You're welcome to think what you want.
The game looks pretty nice. I might play it if I see more.
I mean, currently we only have 2 mainstream pirate games out.
But they were both extremely one of them was extremely popular.
Yeah, one of them was based off an Assassin's Creed game.
I just think the fact that a mainstream game has a pirate thing, 2 of them, kind of shows that, it's starting to come back. I just need platformers to do the same.
Yeah. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, what's your opinion on the Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
It looks like Origin.
Yes, like I've played Origins. It basically took the whole revamped combat system they did and just put a nice fine polish on it.
Did it have a skill tree?
It did have a skill tree.
All right.
I'm not sure if it had a parrying system or not, because for the weapons I usually used a short sword, so I'm not sure if the twin sword had a parrying mechanic or not, or if that's something new that they added.
The one thing I thought looked bad was the fight scene. That massive Dynasty Warriors scene happening on screen.
Like the giant crowd of people.
Yeah.
I think that also has to do with the person that they have actually in control of the character during the recording.
Oh no, it wasn't the person playing. I was fine with that. I was actually glad it wasn't a perfect playthrough, because then I'd be like, all right, this is not scripted. This is someone actually playing the game. What looked bad was the other characters who you weren't fighting. I felt like they weren't.
I only hope that's pre-alpha, because then it's when they have it finished, it may look a bit more polished.
Yeah.
So they were saying it felt like they just were out of place, like this.
Yeah, like they were poster boards, like they were glorified poster boards.
They're just filling up space right there,
right?
Essentially,
because not all of them were targetable.
Yeah, I hope that's something that they polish work on, because that'd be like, it'd be an interesting game spike if you're in the middle of one combo, and then another enemy comes at you, and then you can just seamlessly switch over to that enemy to counter, instead of having to target one enemy at a time and then not target some enemies.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about transference?
I feel like Jack Black needs to chill.
That wasn't Jack Black.
No, the dad, he looked like Jack Black to me.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what I was looking at.
I have to say, I was bringing it back a second time. Still looks better than Son. As soon as they was like, it's a first-person adventure game, a psychological thriller that will leave you haunted beyond the game. And so when I heard psychological thriller, I was like, all right, so is this going to be Son again? And fortunately, it still looks better than that other game. Guys, that's going to be an ongoing joke for the rest of this month. I hope you know that. Anytime I see a horror game.
So if it's a horror game, that's what we're going to call it. If it's not, it's Despacito too.
Yep, definitely. Despacito.
Battle Royale.
Was anyone surprised by Frodo being there?
A little bit.
You remember when he messed up?
Just a little bit.
Was I the only one surprised that of all people to mess up his lines, it's Frodo? And he had to repeat it multiple times. And there was this one moment that was memed on in the Twitch chat where he says no, just very dramatically when he realized he was messing up his lines. Anyone else remember that, or was that just that stand out to me?
I don't remember much from previous EA E3s. Oh my god. EA did so bad it's just tainted in the back of my head now.
It's crawling in your skin.
See, that's how they get you. They make it so they're the only company in your head.
But yeah, that want to be in my head for having a bad presentation.
Anyway, how do you feel about Starlink? Battle for Atlas.
That makes me want to get a Switch because the cameo by Star Fox just made my jaw drop.
Yeah, y'all saw my reaction when I saw my boy Fox McCloud jump in. It was, I need to get it. It looks amazing. The gameplay looks fine. Then you got, Star Fox in. I gotta buy it.
I feel like that redeemed the trailer, because at first I was like,
Yeah, it
"Huh,
saved it completely.
is this No Man's Sky again?"
It felt like it. And then
This,
like, wait
this
a
is
minute.
the second year it was announced. They announced it last year originally, and I forget all about it, about how dumb that it's going to add real toy functionality to its game. And then Star Fox came out, and everyone went from residential sleeper to my dick.
I clapped when I saw Star Fox.
I clapped when I saw Miyamoto.
Yeah, then
Same.
Miyamoto was there. That was just, he's one of the boys. I got to get the game now just because of Star Fox. Y'all don't know this, but I'm a huge Star Fox fan. I loved all of them, even the bad ones.
Which was the bad ones?
I think the one where they were on that one planet. I think the one that Crystal
Debuted in
debuted in.
Adventures.
Yeah, I think they consider that one bad
It wasn't a
because
Star Fox
ground
game.
gameplay.
Da da da. Where are we going?
We don't know.
I'm hungry. Yep. Yeah.
That was essentially that game.
You know what was really tragic about that game? So when Star Fox Assault came out, I was like 10, 11, 12. I had both titles confused. So when I went to GameStop to buy Star Fox Assault, I ended up buying Star Fox Adventure. It was
Oh.
You know what? That's not that bad. I tried to get Smash Bros. Brawl for the GameCube. I walked in, hey, you guys got Brawl for the GameCube? Not understanding that they weren't selling that. They just told me to get out. Because they thought I was joking. But I for real thought that they had Brawl on the GameCube just because Twilight Princess was on the GameCube.
See,
So I'm just like, oh, hey, they said stuff backwards. All right.
that's
still not allowed at
that's
that
actually
GameStop.
reasonable.
That is. But wait, why'd you go in looking for a game where you intentionally trip?
Because we didn't know about that just yet. Also, it has Snake and Sonic,
Sonic.
and it had my boy Pit going, yeah, yeah.
That's
Okay,
The Ice
Okay.
Climbers, may they rest in peace.
they're going to be in the
Wobbles.
next game, you know it.
I mean, yeah, but they just got kicked out for no reason.
No, I'm glad
they
they
got
kicked out.
because of the wobbles. You
Wobbling.
know exactly why they got kicked out.
I have a theory. Any ice character in a PvP game is secretly the devil. Wobbling is a device created by Satan to turn Melee into a single player game.
Wobbling is evil.
I'm gonna be real with you. I just looked up what wobbling was because I had no idea what y'all meant.
Wobbling is the devil.
Yes, go look some ice climber wobbling.
I'm
The
over here
first,
thinking you guys are talking about wumbles.
nope, the first time I did a wobbling, I was doing the sandbag challenge. I was little. No, I didn't know what it was. I just grabbed them. I just keep beating the shit out of the bag. It gets to like 100. I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? I did not know tech just back then when I did it. Then I got older. I'm like, oh, so that's how you just make sure nobody has fun.
Yeah,
Got it.
this is how you make ice climbers viable.
The wobbles are fucking evil.
I got wobbled once recently. That was my first time getting wobbled. Had me triggered.
Did you ever get wombo comboed?
Yeah, at a Smash tournament.
Oh no.
That ended my career. That's why I'm failed up Smash. That's actually why I'm called that.
And
It's,
here you are today.
Funny. One of my friends, she was playing with me and James. Like me and James had to mess with her. We don't get the wombo combo off, but we just started up, just hitting them back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, what we're not gonna do is a wombo combo me right now. And she actually got the up smash, so she stopped us right there.
She was a successful up smash.
She was a successful up smash. I mean, it's kind of easy when you play Bowser, but just giant.
Squirtle's still the best. Just gotta throw that out there.
Squirtle is best turtle.
No, it's always Charizard. Screw you guys.
Charizard.
Nani?
My boy Lizard Man.
Lizardon.
Speaking of Lizard Man, you guys think that we're gonna see some Soul Calibur tomorrow?
Yes.
Not tomorrow, sorry. Later on?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Oh, I hope so.
I would be
wanna
surprised if we didn't.
I want to see the guest character. I know it's gonna be Geralt, but I want to see more. I hope they throw in just one more guest character, just to throw
Nier
everyone off.
Automata. 2V comes out.
Okay, that would be kind of cool. That would
Optimus
actually be pretty
Prime.
cool. Did you say Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime.
I will say Squidward tentacles.
Squidward tentacles.
Are you sure that's not just Yoshimitsu?
You're right. That is
No, that's Ebony Maw. So if it's closed, go home, Squidward.
Or what if it's like a crossover between Dead or Alive and Soul Calibur?
Would that mean that that'd be jiggle physics, or that's still not?
No,
a thing?
Dual Physics are dead now.
Well, Taki is in the
Dead or Alive
game.
is dead too.
We got Taki and Ivy.
Taki is in the game.
So yeah, they're gonna have that. Is it called Soft? I think that's what the engine was called for the jiggle physics.
They made a
Watch this
whole
somehow
engine
rig
just
it.
for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna somehow rig it that way when Ivy Jewel Cervantes actually shows up in your room to steal your soul. He's gonna be next to me. I'm just gonna next to me and jokes on you, dude. I sold my soul for half a corn dog. Not even a full corn dog, just half a corn dog.
You might as well sell it for a mini corn dog at that point.
But no, that's stupid. Why would I do that?
Did the corn dog have like maple syrup in the bread?
It was honey batter.
That's good enough. That's good.
All is forgiven.
So the last thing they talked about as we went on a large ass tangent, For Honor is getting a starter edition June 11th to the 18th on PC, so it becomes free for that small period of time. And they're adding a new clan group, the Chinese faction. How you guys feel about that? No one
Do
cares.
you want?
It's not. I don't really play For Honor, but I mean, hey, all power to those who actually still play it.
It looked interesting, but like Chris said, I don't play For Honor, so it doesn't really affect me at all.
You saw my reaction to chat. As much as I like For Honor, just like Rainbow Six Siege, it is filled with assholes. Every Ubisoft multiplayer game is filled with dicks. So, even though I like For Honor and I'm excited to see Guan Yu in a game, I'm not buying it. So I'm going to give this presentation a B.
For Ubisoft, I'd give them A minus.
I give them I give them 7 Shrek faces out of 9.
So that equates to what in normal people speaking?
Like a
Hell if
B.
I know.
It's like a 80. It's a 77%.
Yeah, I give it like a B. Even
Isn't
though
77%
77 is a
C?
C.
Yeah, it is. But I rounded it up to the nearest 10.
Well, that proves you aren't a teacher.
Of course. I mean, unless
I still
you're
get
like
that F.
taking biology at my school, and then you get an A. With a 77, you just got an A.
Or just do what my class did during geometry finals and fail so bad that they have to just curve everybody's grade. Like, we all fucking tanked that test.
I'm gonna blame the teacher on that one. It
Yep.
just sounds like that's the case.
That was
But yeah, I
fuzzy.
give Ubisoft a B, like a low B. It it was okay. It didn't do bad, but it didn't do amazing. So I'll just give it a B.
All right, so next thing that came up, because Ubisoft lasted longer than expected. I thought it was going to be an hour, but it was actually 90 minutes. So it bled into the PC game show. And I want to say off the bat, Frankie! But the actual thing is, I think they finally fine-tuned their presentation for E3. It took them 3 years, but it's now actually being an entertaining show. They've learned how to balance setting up a talk show kind of experience while also presenting and discussing about video games. So I'll give them kudos for that. But so there was quite a lot of games. So did you guys see anything that catch your interest, regardless if you have a PC or not?
Nothing that really stuck out too much to me. Like, for the part that I did see before I just tuned out for a bit, I liked a lot of the games that I saw.
Yeah, any specific ones?
Nothing that really stood out above anything else.
I don't know if it's an expansion or just a new game entirely, but the Don't Starve Hamlet looks rather interesting. I used to play the
The original
first
one.
Don't Starve when it was on the PS4. I liked it. I'm not really a huge fan of games like that, but when I played that, it was actually pretty fun. Other than that, I'll just say what I usually say. Well, not what I usually say, but what I said before. If PC didn't have games that were also able to be accessed on console, it would probably only be filled with adult light novels, and the market may be dead.
Why would you say that?
Rude. Well, just because most of the games that PC gamers hail for being the best tend to be games that are also accessed on console, even though technically it's because it's dumbed down, not really dumbed down, but brought down on console with PC being used as a base. Though, technically, if I remember correctly, consoles were the first thing to actually have video games in it. Kind of, in a way. I don't really remember. I did a report on it one time, but it's been a while. So I just feel like outside of games that, are only PC, if games that were accessed on console were not on PC, I feel like the market would probably be a bit more boring. Because of that, I wasn't really interested in a lot. Well, not because of that, but I wasn't really interested in a lot of the games that were shown other than the Don't Starve game. And this is coming from someone who actually has a PC and constantly plays it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't look on this showing of E3 favorably. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it like a C minus, a D plus.
Wow. I do
Yeah,
see
it
your
just
point
it just
towards
bored me. In all honesty,
I do think just like in Neptunia, I do think every gaming platform does have a certain personality to it. Like James was talking to me in a group chat. We were talking about the Microsoft showing, and he goes, "I don't want to be, I don't want to be a head ass nigga, but all these shooters are looking the same to me." I do feel like that's the personality of Microsoft, since it is a more of an American based company. Microsoft does tend to sway towards shooters, especially non RPG shooters. Like Gears of War, like most of your most popular shooters come from Microsoft. You have Gears of War, Halo, are the two that stick to mind. COD, Group.
They tend not to leave the comfort zone.
What was that?
Yeah, they have a tendency to just stay within their comfort zone and not experiment with new genres and new things.
Right.
I
Until
don't want
this
to go
year.
too far into it, but that's the problem with the gaming industry.
Like they shouldn't be afraid to take that risk and just try something new.
Though there's also the problem with the consumers since they're complacent now.
Oh,
So it's twofold, in my opinion.
I don't think it's complacency. I think it's purely everyone has a certain niche. Everyone has different personalities and like different things. Like
Yeah,
James loves fighting games. I hate fighting games.
Fair enough.
Or I know James is more into JRPGs. You'll never catch me playing it very often.
yeah, I
I
totally
love
feel that.
JRPGs.
So when
Like,
you have, oh, sorry, go ahead, Ronald.
it's fine. Like I'm somebody who doesn't have a strong preference towards one type of game. If it's something that I find interesting, and then some of my friends play it or have tried it, I'll ask them about it, then just go off with their opinion and include it with my own and decide whether or not I want to buy that game or not.
That's exactly how I started Overwatch. Y'all, before
Yeah.
Overwatch, y'all would not have seen me playing an FPS. Now I'm mainly only playing Overwatch.
Yeah. I don't do that too often because I realize most people have very different priorities than what I have when it comes to video games.
What about you? What do you usually play? I know that you're an Overwatch, Monster Hunter.
I'm always been an action game player. So what you're gonna catch? If you want to suggest a game to me, the best way to approach it is to talk about the gameplay first. So before God of War came out, I was gonna buy it anyway, but I was gonna wait until it decreased in price because I didn't have much. I don't have a job, so I don't have much money. However, so Texas came up to me. He was like, "Oh, he opens it because we share a room. Just open the door, Phoenix. Oh my God, God of War." And he just goes like, "You can do this and this, and then you go," and he's talking about these cool things you can do, and it broke through my barrier of trying to save my money.
There, you were sold.
Yeah, I was like, all right. The last thing he said to me before I said, all right, let's go do it, is, "I'll drive you to GameStop right now to buy this game." And I went, "Yeah, let's do this." Put my pants on immediately, and we left the house. And 5 minutes after saying, "Let's do it," and I went to go buy it.
Judging by your excitement, I'm assuming that you do not regret your decision at all.
Of course not. But the point I'm making is, I'm always a gameplay guy first. I
Like,
just use a
each
story.
I hate to
person
interrupt.
has a different.
Yeah.
The character creation has been confirmed for Soul Calibur 6.
Cool.
Nice.
I mean,
Just needed to say that. 'Cause
I mean, it was
just saw it.
expected, but cool. But to lead back to the previous point, so we can see that every console has a different thing. For another example, Sony has in JRPGs. So I can see your point, Chris, about PC does seem to limit itself to these like more niche genres. Like the first game. You remember what the first game was for the PC game show?
Nope.
Satisfactory.
Oh yeah, right. That I'm not. I won't throw in my opinion like that. That the game didn't look that good, in my opinion.
It looked like a PC game, and the reason
Yeah.
why I remember it is because that game is the exact kind of game Ethan would play. That's his niche. Other things they mentioned, NeoCab. Remember that like Uber game where you're like the last human in the city and people are trying to find you? No? All right. Maverick Proving Ground, the Battle Royale game with 1,000 players.
Oh my god, that sounds insane.
See, I didn't even hear anything about it, so I'm thinking if it hasn't even come out yet, how do you get 1,000 players?
They're having a
Like,
beta.
unless they do like a private beta,
No,
I guess.
well, so I think they mean as in each match can hold 1,000 players.
Now that actually would be crazy, and it may be fun.
So the thing they mention is there's a hub world, so you don't just drop out of a plane. You actually enter and leave the city to go into a match. And so when you watch the trailer, the guy's running, he jumps off the wall and then descend into the actual battle royale mode. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's what they mentioned. So the beta for that is June 27th. Go check their website, obviously. The Forgotten City. Anyone care about that? That was the Cthulhu game.
It looks nice, but did they show any gameplay? Because if they didn't,
Oh no,
I need to see gameplay.
that was a different game. I'm thinking of the Sinking City. That was the Cthulhu one. The Forgotten City was that underground with the Roman pillars and such, and people turning into stone.
That doesn't sound that interesting.
All right.
To be honest, it doesn't really sound that.
What about Star Control Origin?
That was that management space thing, right?
That was the top-down space shooter thing.
Yeah, I don't do good with top-down games, so my opinion may be a bit biased, but it didn't look that good either. It looked kind of boring as well.
Hunt Showdown is getting some content. They didn't say much about Archangel Hellfire. I don't know what kind of game that is. But apparently they're having a multiplayer section for it. Warframe is getting an update. Sega is getting some of their games ported to the PC. All right, you guys, you hear the silence?
Did they say any games in particular?
Oh, yeah. So they have Shenmue 1 and 2, Shining Force, Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, and Valkyrie Chronicles 4.
Valkyrie game was pretty fun, I guess. And Shenmue. That's a pretty good selection that they have currently. I don't know if they're going to expand on it. Hopefully they do. But currently it seems like a pretty cool collection.
Mm-hmm.
Or selection, whatever.
Untitled publisher. This is the actual publishing company, not any games. They had that really boring screen with the white and black overlays.
Yeah, I think I was tuned out by that time.
Yep. No, I was tuned out the entire time. I was playing.
No, I mean like I
Far
stopped
Cry.
the Far Cry. Oh, you were also playing Far Cry?
For like a moment, and then I just started watching TV. Or looking up recipes for dinner. It was just really... The conference wasn't bad, but it also was not eye-catching at all.
Right. Did you... Oh, no, that was before the show. What game? Stormland, that VR game where you're the robot. It's made by Insomniac.
My opinion on VR has not changed. I'm not a huge fan. I can't say, oh, this looks amazing. I'm not a huge fan of VR where it is currently, so once again, it's just not my cup of tea.
What about Genesis Alpha 1?
Well, just because it has alpha in it, I like it.
So
watch it be like some cultist type shit.
No, I thought that's the one that actually stood out to me. So you control a spaceship. Mm-hmm. They didn't fully explain how that works, but you go on different planets and you capture and experiment on aliens and shoot them. So there's And so what they showed is that the aliens you capture, they broke out of your thing, and you have to like shoot them and put them back down. It's not. I don't think it's supposed to be scripted. They didn't. It wasn't. The guy didn't come out. It was purely a trailer, so I don't know too much about it. But that caught my interest. Then they asked "Don't Starve." We talked about that. The Walking Dead. They showed The Walking Dead. The 4-player co-op shooter.
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
It looked.
You know how I am with zombies.
Of course.
I like it.
I'll probably buy it, but it looked exactly as I thought it was going to look.
I honestly thought it was a Dead Island thing for some reason. Like, I thought, that Dead Island 2 was finally out of development hell. Then I was like, oh, wait, they were talking about The Walking Dead. Either way, I'm down for killing some zombies.
Yeah, it comes out November 6th.
November's going to be a huge hit on my wallet. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Especially when Sony and Nintendo do their thing, it's over for me.
This summer alone is just going to take a toll on my wallet.
The other thing they showed was 2 Point Hospital. That was when the guy's, the doctor's mic cut out.
That was just kind of bad.
It was
I
funny.
don't know if it was just my stream, but the stream that I was on.
Did you hear the
but
guy
it also
goes?
Cut out.
What happened?
I don't know if it was a stream I was watching, or they had like different streams, but the one I was watching, it actually just like cut out for a bit. Like had the old television series had the thing where it's like we're having technical difficulties. It like had a screen similar to that, but when it got back, the dude's mic was broken or whatever, and I'm just like, this isn't a good conference if they're having all these problems.
That didn't happen to me. What was even freakier is you can actually hear the people in the station going, "What happened to the mic? What happened to the mic?" Like screaming and panicking. And everyone at Swiss Chat went,
I hope someone clipped that. That sounds hilarious.
I hope someone clipped that. But it seems like a lighthearted hospital simulator game. They had this thing called monobrow infestation. It's like cockroaches. Oh, I remember the other one that stood out. Do you remember the Rapture Reject?
That one looked hilarious.
So for anyone who doesn't know, Rapture Reject is a cyanide and happiness battle royale game. It's a top-down shooter.
Oh, those are always interesting.
Oh, I forgot. The shark game. You remember Maneater?
You mean that lady's favorite weekend activity?
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah. When I saw Maneater, I was thinking, oh, this is like a AAA version of Sydney Shark. You remember that Flash game where you're the shark and you start eating everything in front of you? It was a 2D game on Armored Games.
Yes, I do remember that.
Exactly. I was like, oh, this is just that game.
I just need one thing for that game, and it'll be perfect. And they need to play Maneater from Hall & Oates in the background.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. See, you know.
All right, thank you, Ronald, because I didn't know what song he was talking about until you started
There's a
singing.
man.
Because Hall & Oates, I was thinking of Garfunkel.
What? Why?
I don't know. I don't think I know any Garfunkel songs.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Never mind. I know at least one Garfunkel song.
Last thing, Hitman 2, co-op mode being added to it. I zoned out at this point. I stopped paying attention. But
That's a side check, but we have like 5 minutes till Sony conference is supposed to start.
I know. That's why I'm ending it right now. I was gonna say, guys, you want to give your grades? I know Chris gave his grade.
So considering I just left before I even finished, I think that speaks for itself and what I'm going to give it for grade.
No.
They don't pass.
I want to reiterate, I gave it a D+.
I'm going to give it a B. The reason being, and we'll end it with this. Considering the last 2 years and how much of a shit show they were, the fact that they were actually able to get their shit together, minus, the surgeon mic happening, I feel that's at least giving it a C. And with all these games that came out, and even though I don't give a damn, but most of them, they at least had some stuff, and there was some variety to it. And so I'm very much willing to give it a B. See you for Sony's presentation.